Imagine this. You're scrolling through your feed on a hot summer day and suddenly see Keanu Reeves sitting at a table inside Prague Castle sharing a cold beer with the Czech president Petr Pavel. No bodyguards everywhere, no red carpet, just two guys chatting like old friends after a tour of one of the most historic places in Europe. It sounds like something out of a movie, but it actually happened yesterday on Sunday, June 29, 2026, right before Keanu's band Dogstar played their sold-out show in Prague. People are losing their minds online because it feels so real and unexpected. How did this even come together? And what does it say about the kind of person Keanu is after all these years in the spotlight? Stick with me because the story behind this moment is pretty cool and shows a side of Keanu that fans have always loved. Keanu Reeves has been in Prague with his band Dogstar for their European tour dates. Dogstar is the alt-rock trio where Keanu plays bass alongside Brett Domrose on vocals and guitar and Robert Mailhouse on drums. They have been building their live shows and connecting with audiences in a genuine way, without relying on Hollywood flash. On Sunday afternoon, before soundcheck for the big Prague concert at Sasazu, the band made a stop at Prague Castle. President Petr Pavel personally welcomed them and gave them a tour of the interiors. It was a hot day, so they wrapped things up the Czech way with cold beers at the historic Vikarka pub inside the castle grounds. President Pavel even posted about it on his Instagram, sharing photos and writing that in the heat they had to end the tour with a chilled beer at Vikarka. You can see Keanu and the band there relaxed and smiling, no big production, just a normal moment between people who appreciate music and culture. This kind of thing does not happen every day. A sitting president taking time to show around a rock band and share a beer says something about how Keanu carries himself. He has never been the type to chase attention or act like a superstar demanding special treatment. Over the years, fans have seen him do small, kind things that add up, like giving up his seat on a plane or helping strangers without cameras around. This Prague visit fits right into that pattern. It was not staged for publicity. It came together because the president seems to enjoy connecting with artists, and Keanu's band was in town playing real music. The photos show them sitting near pictures of Václav Havel and even one of Bill Clinton having a beer there before. It feels like a quiet nod to Czech traditions of hospitality and good conversation over a pint. What makes this stand out is how grounded it looks. Keanu is there as the bassist, not as the Matrix star or John Wick. He is doing what he loves, playing music with his friends, and the president treated them like guests rather than celebrities. No long formal speeches, just a tour, and then beers to cool down. Czech beer culture is famous for being social and relaxed, and this moment captured that perfectly. People online are calling it one of the coolest presidential interactions they have seen because it feels human. President Pavel has done similar things before, like showing up at concerts, so this fits his style too. For Keanu fans, it is another reminder that he stays true to himself even when big opportunities come his way. The timing is special because Dogstar has been touring and building momentum. Their Prague show was sold out, and this castle visit added an extra memorable layer to the trip. Fans who were there or watching updates felt like they got to share in something special. Keanu has talked in past interviews about how music gives him a different kind of freedom away from film sets. Playing bass in Dogstar lets him connect directly with people through songs instead of scripts. Seeing him enjoy a simple beer after walking through historic halls shows that balance he seems to keep in life between big achievements and everyday pleasures. It is the kind of story that makes you smile because it is believable and positive without trying too hard. As the news spread across social media yesterday, reactions poured in from all over. Fans posted clips and photos saying things like, "This is why we love him." Others noted how rare it is for a Hollywood name to get that kind of welcome in a foreign country without it feeling forced. The Czech media covered it warmly, focusing on the cultural exchange and the relaxed vibe. No drama, no scandals, just a nice moment on a hot day. It reminds us that sometimes the most shocking things are the ones that feel the most normal, like two adults enjoying good company and a cold drink after a walk through history. Keanu's approach to fame has always been different. He shows up, does the work, and then steps back. This Prague Castle beer meetup is another example of that. He was not there to promote a movie or push an agenda. He was there with his band getting a tour and sharing a beer because it happened naturally. President Pavel's post captured it best with that simple Czech touch of hospitality. For anyone who has followed Keanu through the years, from early roles to big blockbusters to his music projects, this feels consistent. He values real connections over the spotlight. The Vikarka pub itself has history. It is a spot inside Prague Castle where important guests have relaxed before. Having Keanu and Dogstar there adds a modern rock chapter to its story. The band has been playing festivals and shows across Europe, and this stop in Prague capped a strong run. After the beers, they headed to soundcheck and delivered the concert fans were waiting for. It all ties together as one full day of music history and friendship. Thinking about it, the whole thing highlights how music and culture can bring people together across different worlds. A Hollywood actor who is also a dedicated musician meets a president who values the arts. They talk, walk around ancient halls, and then sit down for a beer. No scripts, no cameras rolling for a scene, just life happening. That is what makes it resonate with so many people right now. In a world full of over-the-top stories, this one stands out because it is straightforward and human. Keanu has built a career on characters who are tough yet decent, and in real life, he seems to carry some of that same quality. He shows respect for the places he visits and the people he meets. This visit to Prague Castle is no exception. The Czech Republic has a rich tradition of welcoming artists, and this moment feels like part of that ongoing story. Fans are already talking about how it made their day better just seeing the photos and reading the reports. As more details come out from those who were following the tour, it is clear the band appreciated the gesture. It gave them a unique memory before hitting the stage. For Keanu, it is another chapter in a life that mixes creativity with quiet humility. The shock everyone felt was not from some wild event, but from seeing something so normal and nice happen at such a high level. That is the power of these small, authentic moments. They cut through the noise and remind us what matters. This is just the beginning of the full story. There is more to how the day unfolded, the concert that followed, and what it all means for Keanu's journey with Dogstar. The way it all connected feels special and worth diving deeper into. Continuing straight from the hook. The full day in Prague showed how Keanu Reeves balances his many sides without making it look complicated. After the relaxed tour and beers at Vikarka, the band headed into soundcheck for their evening concert at Sasa Zoo, which was already sold out. Dogstar had been building momentum on this tour, mixing original songs with the energy that comes from playing live together for years. Keanu on bass brings a steady presence that fans notice because it feels honest and connected to the music rather than showy. The Prague stop was special, not just because of the castle visit, but because Czech audiences have welcomed the band before at events like Rock for People. This time, the President Pavel made it even more memorable by opening the doors to Prague Castle and joining them for that cold beer. Reports from Czech media like Prague Morning and expats.cd described the scene as friendly and informal, with the group walking through the historic interiors while the president shared insights. It was not a long formal event, but a genuine welcome that ended with Czech hospitality in the form of beer, which many locals appreciated as a perfect touch. Keanu has often said in interviews that music is a big part of who he is, and Dogstar gives him space to explore that away from film sets. The band formed years ago, and they take their time with releases and tours, focusing on playing for people who show up. In Prague, the combination of the afternoon at the castle and the night on stage created a full circle kind of experience. Fans who attended or followed online shared how seeing those photos from President Pavel's account made them smile because it humanized everything. Keanu looked comfortable talking and listening just like anyone would on a hot day. The Vikarka pub has hosted many notable figures over time, including political leaders and artists, so adding Keanu and his bandmates to that list felt right for a city that loves both history and modern culture. President Pavel has shown interest in music before by attending concerts and supporting cultural events, so this fit his approach of staying connected to different communities. The photos show simple details, like them sitting together with glasses on the table, and the castle surroundings in the background, nothing staged, just a moment captured. What stands out when you look at the bigger picture is how Keanu handles these experiences without letting them change his core way of being. He has been in the public eye for decades through roles that made him a global name, yet he still chooses projects and moments that feel true to him. The Matrix films changed action cinema, and John Wick brought him back to intense leading roles. But in between, he has always made time for smaller things, like theater music and helping others quietly. This Prague visit is another example of that consistency. He did not turn it into a big promotional thing. Instead, it stayed about the band, the music, and the kind welcome from the Czech president. People online from Reddit communities like Keanu being awesome to fan pages on Instagram reacted with excitement because it matched the version of Keanu they have admired for years. One fan comment summed it up by saying it is like seeing a friend get a special tour and then grab a drink, which feels relatable even though it happened at such a high level. The concert itself that evening carried extra energy because of the earlier events. Dogstar played a strong set with songs that highlight their chemistry as a trio. Keanu's bass lines provide the foundation, while Brett Domrose handles vocals and guitar, and Robert Mailhouse drives the rhythm. Audiences in Prague responded warmly, showing that the band has built real support there. After the show, many fans talked about how the whole day from castle to stage represented something positive in a world that often focuses on negativity. Keanu has faced personal challenges over the years, including losses that he has spoken about with honesty, and those experiences seem to shape how he approaches life and work. He keeps moving forward with humility, and this recent moment in Prague reflects that. The Czech Republic has a deep appreciation for rock and alternative music scenes. So hosting Dogstar and having the president engage with them created a nice bridge between Hollywood and local culture. Looking back at Keanu's journey helps explain why moments like this resonate. He started acting young and broke through with films that showed his range from dramatic roles to action heroes. Yet even at the height of fame, he stayed private and focused on craft rather than the celebrity side. Dogstar represents one of those outlets where he can be part of a group effort without the solo spotlight. The Prague Castle visit happened because the band was already scheduled for the concert, and the invitation came through cultural channels. It was not planned months in advance as some wild stunt, but a timely welcome during their tour. President Pavel's social media post used straightforward language, mentioning the Californian rock band Dogstar and the need to cool down with a beer after the heat. That simplicity made it more powerful because it avoided overhyping and let the images speak for themselves. Fans shared the post widely, adding their own stories of why Keanu matters to them, from inspiration in tough times to just enjoying his work. The weather that day played a role too. Prague was experiencing record heat, so the idea of ending the tour with a cold beer at Vikarka felt especially fitting. The pub is known for its location within the castle complex, offering views and a historic atmosphere that makes any visit special. Keanu and the bandmates got to experience that while chatting with the president, which many described as a once-in-a-lifetime kind of memory. Czech news outlets covered the story with pride, noting how it highlighted the country's hospitality and the president's engagement with international artists. There was no controversy or forced narrative, just positive reporting on a nice encounter. This matters because in today's media landscape, stories that stay grounded like this one stand out and spread for the right reasons. Keanu's fans appreciate that authenticity, and it strengthens the connection they feel. As the evening progressed and the concert wrapped up, the day's events settled into what felt like a complete chapter. Keanu has always been someone who values preparation and presence, whether on a film set or on stage with his band. The Prague experience combined both worlds in a subtle way, the historic castle representing culture and depth, while the music represented creativity and energy. It is the kind of balance that keeps his career interesting after so many years. People who follow his work closely know he does not seek out these kinds of meetings, but when they happen, he engages with respect and gratitude. That attitude comes through in the photos from the day where everyone looks at ease. The Czech people have a tradition of enjoying life through simple pleasures like good beer and conversation, and this moment captured that spirit perfectly. Expanding on the band's background adds more context to why this tour felt significant. Dogstar released music that draws from various influences, and their live shows emphasize real performance over production tricks. Keanu has mentioned in conversations how playing bass keeps him grounded and connected to the immediate feedback of a crowd. In Prague, that connection was amplified by the earlier castle visit because it reminded everyone that music opens doors across borders. The president showing interest in their work sent a message that art matters at every level of society. Fans who could not attend the concert followed updates and felt part of it through the shared photos and reports. Social media was filled with positive comments celebrating the humility and coolness of the interaction without turning it into something exaggerated. This approach keeps the story believable and allows people to connect emotionally rather than just scroll past another celebrity headline. Keanu's impact goes beyond any single event. He has supported causes quietly and shown kindness in public interactions that fans still talk about years later. The Prague Day fits into that larger pattern of being a decent person in an industry that can sometimes pull people away from that. By focusing on the music with Dogstar and accepting the warm welcome at Prague Castle, he showed again that success does not have to mean losing touch with normal moments. The beer at Vikarka was not about luxury, but about sharing a local custom after a day of walking and talking. Small details like that make the story memorable. Czech media highlighted the location's history and the president's words, which helped frame everything accurately without sensationalism. As more fans discover the details through articles and posts, the appreciation grows because it feels real and unforced. The concert setlist that night likely included tracks that reflect the band's evolution, and Keanu's contributions on bass helped drive the energy. Audiences left satisfied knowing they witnessed not just a show, but a day that included an unexpected historic touch. For Keanu, it was probably a rewarding mix of creativity and cultural exchange before continuing the tour. These kinds of experiences enrich an artist's life and often translate into better performances because they remind everyone why they do what they do. The shock value in the title comes from the surprise of seeing such a high-profile casual meeting, but the reality is even better because it was natural. President Pavel has built a reputation for being approachable, and this event reinforced that while giving Keanu and Dogstar a memorable stop in Prague. Thinking about audience reactions more deeply, many people said it restored some faith in positive stories. In a time when news often focuses on conflict, this one offered a breath of fresh air. Fans from different countries shared how Keanu continues to inspire them through his choices, both on screen and off. The fact that he plays in a band and engages with fans through music rather than only big movies adds layers to his public image. The Prague Castle tour and beer moment became a symbol of that approachable side. Local residents who saw the news felt proud of their city and culture being part of it. Overall, the day succeeded because it stayed true to everyone involved without artificial elements. Keanu Reeves continues to evolve as an artist and person, and moments like this in Prague capture that journey beautifully. The band Dogstar benefits from his dedication, and the audiences get to experience something genuine. As the tour moves forward, this Prague memory will likely stay with them as one of the highlights. For fans worldwide, it is another reason to celebrate the man who has given so much through his work while remaining grounded. The story does not need embellishment because the facts themselves are engaging enough. From the heat of the day to the cool relief of the beer at Vikarka, and then the energy of the concert, it all flowed naturally. This is the kind of storytelling that connects because it mirrors real-life experiences of friendship travel and shared interests. If you enjoyed hearing about Keanu Reeves sharing that unexpected beer with President Pavel at Prague Castle and the story behind Dogstar's Prague concert, let me know in the comments what other moments from his career or tours you would like to explore next. Hit the like button if this made your day, and subscribe for more real stories about artists who stay true to themselves. turn on notifications so you do not miss the next one, because there's always more to discover about Keanu and his music. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.